Hello and welcome back to Aligned with Ruby. I'm so happy to have you join me today for a session here. We're going to go for about 20 minutes and you can use a softball if you'd like. You don't have to, but it can be great support here. Okay, so we're just going to start on the mat with your knees bent and together on your right side. Now you can see how I'm demonstrating how you want to be lifted up out of your shoulder girdle. Your shoulders down and back away from your ears. You can see I'm placing the softball under my ribs here, so again, you don't need one, but it's a great help. Now, with that left leg, you're just going to go ahead and begin to lift your knee, keep your feet together, and then squeezing your thighs back together. Try to do this on an exhale, lift your knee on an exhale, and think about squeezing your feet together to initiate that lift. Now, today's focus, just keep that going. Today's focus is your glute medius and your hip flexors. We're going to give them some love today. So let's talk about the motion of that hip. So you can see here we're going into an extension. Just when you go to lift your knee, just add a little extension, pointing your foot, bringing your toes together and dropping your knee before you lift and point again. Now think of, rather than a straight hinge, you're actually rotating in your hip. Think about spiraling and rotating from your hip socket as you lift your leg and go into that extension. Okay, keep that straight leg and you're going to rainbow circle back in line with your hip and then in front of you. Keep that going. Just keeping your hips stacked and your pelvis lovely and isolated. Think of like a U shape or a rainbow motion as you circle forward and back. As long as you're keeping your pelvis lovely and isolated. And that's all good. Now we're going to go straight up and down in line with your hip. Keep that going. And try to keep your leg straight as best as you can. I'm kind of doing like a little rotation at the top here, just to really open up my hip. So yeah, just make sure your position might change a little bit. Just make sure you're right on top of your right hip with your left hip stacked over top. Okay, keeping that foot down on the ground. And let's transition here. You're going to take your right knee and lift up. Use your hands to help you. So you can get on your right shin, lift your hips up. Stretching your hand up and over your left hand. Now you can keep that hand on your hip if you wish. Just try and have your right knee under your hip. And if you are lifting your arm, just think about reaching from your rib cage. Okay, place that hand on your hip and you're going to go ahead, lift your leg up, your left leg up and back. Remember, rather than a straight hinge, it's like a rotation up and back again. Let's add that hand just in line with your shoulder, and I'm just adding the softball here so you can do the same if you have your softball. Again, you don't need any equipment. It can just be a little bit more helpful at times. So keep repping these out, just keeping your hips stacked and your tummy engaged. Now we're going to rainbow that foot forward, your left foot. We're going to go into a lunge and half split. So go ahead, take your hands either side of your foot and you're going to drop into your right hip to drop forward. Stretching your hands up overhead and sitting back towards your right foot, extending straight into your left leg for your splits. Go forward again, just reaching the softball or your hands up overhead and then dropping your chest forward. Now, if your balance isn't great here, just keep that moving. If your balance is not the best here, that's fine. That is okay. Alright, instead you can keep your feet a lot wider, like think of train tracks rather than a tightrope. Nice wide feet for balance. And you can keep your hands on the ground, even use a chair or the wall to help you. But if you're okay with free hands, then I want you just to stretch your hands forward as you sit back in your split. And dropping into your right hip. Think of dropping at an angle. Now leave it there. We're going to take our hands to the inside of that left leg. Stretching your left hand up, okay? Left hand up. So you're twisting into your bent leg. Give me a couple of those. Inhaling to stretch up. And exhaling to take it back. Finishing off there, taking it back into your split. And just lifting that foot. One last time, and we're going to go into like a warrior posture here, taking your right shin behind you. And just keeping your left toes pointed forward. Now you're dropping into your right hip. And you can see my pelvis is turned to face the short end of the mat. So your pelvis has twisted, just keeping your shoulders in line with your hips. Keeping your knee in line with your big toe, dropping into that right hip. And shifting the ground away from the ground with your left foot. Okay, so breathing every time you transition, every time you move, you're breathing into that and then exhaling to press away. I like to pigeon toe my toes slightly. You can see there. Okay, well done. Transition again. We're going to go into like a push-up position. So take your hands past your shoulders. And then dropping your shoulders in line with your wrists. Now your pelvis is past your knees. In a push-up position, you're going to Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, chest is parallel to the ground. Exhale to slide onto your belly on the ground. Let's go Cobra posture. Inhale, dropping your neck and head. Exhale, squeezing through the center of your back to lift your neck and head. Keep that going at a pace that suits you. You don't need to match my pace. Just breathe and move with your breath. So every time you inhale, dropping your chest, and every time you exhale, lifting through the middle of your back. Think about shifting into your thighs and your feet, keeping your glutes soft. Keep your glutes soft, and squeezing your elbows to meet behind your body. Hold this next one and just think about creating length in the back of your neck and head. Consider those little bones in the back of your head. Well done. Let's take a little rest here for a moment. And again, if you have your soft ball, it's great to rest your head on as well. If you don't, that's fine. Just rest your head in your hands as you fold your hands here. And we're going to transition again. If you don't have a soft ball, if you even have a block or a pillow, that can be really great here for support in our Sphinx posture and our Sphinx posture. So your elbows are out a little wider than your shoulders, and they could be slightly forward. Palms of your hands down on the ground, and you can see I've just placed the soft ball under my ribs. You could do the same if you have a block or a pillow. Keep your thighs active and broadening into your hip bones. I'm just rotating my head to one shoulder and going into little circles. Dropping your neck and head into center and roll to your opposite shoulder. And then drawing little circles with your nose, drawing little circles with your nose. And just reversing directions before you return back into the middle. And now just tucking your chin under, breathing in. And exhale to turn your gaze looking up and turning your neck and head to look up. Okay, so there is a point where you can overdo this, so just be aware again of those little bones in the back of your head. And you're going to leave it there for Sphinx posture, ready to push the ground away on your exhale. Toes together, sitting back in your child's posture, inhale. And exhaling, you can give it a little rock. You're going to sit up, pressing the ground away and sitting back to the heels of your feet. Let's transition into the opposite side. Your left side. Again, use a soft ball if you have one. You don't necessarily need to, that's fine. Just stay lifted up out of your shoulder girdle, your legs stacked and your hips stacked. And squeezing the center of your body just to stay lifted up, your shoulders back, squeezing the middle of your back. Yeah, just keep your neck and head nice and long, your shoulders down. And we're going to get stuck in just rotating that right foot up and back. On an exhale, think about squeezing your feet together to lift your knee up. And then inhaling slowly back. Think about strength on the way up. You're going to feel that in your hip and in your feet as you squeeze your feet gently together, just to initiate that lift. On the way back, think about resisting the pull of gravity. Resisting the pull of gravity on the way back as you take your knees together. Hold this one, and we're going to extend our toes here. Point to your toes, bring your feet together and drop that knee. Just like we did on the opposite side, just repeating the same thing, so keep that going. And you might notice that your hips may wobble and kind of drop forward and back. So again, we want to keep our core engaged, moving and transitioning with the breath, maintaining your posture, your center, and your stacked hips. As you move that leg, keep your legs straight, and you're going to draw that rainbow or that U shape, circling forward and back in line with your hip. U forward and U back, or rainbow forward and rainbow back. Now you will feel a lovely stretch probably as you take your foot forward, and then more of a strengthening as you lift your foot to take it back. You'll feel it in the front of your hip and in the back. Keep that going. Just think nice, smooth movements. You want to make it look easy. Now we're just raising up and down. Stay lifted up out of your shoulder girdle. And again, rather than a straight hinge as you lift up and down in line with your hip, think more about a spiral, more about a rotation. And that's going to feel so much smoother as you raise up and down. Okay, let's transition, pressing the ground away. And you're going to take your shin under. Okay, so you're on your left shin this time. On your left knee, just press the ground away. So you're in a side plank. And you're like a tripod, balanced on your foot, on your shin, and on your hand. Keep your hips stacked, right over left. And you're just stretching that right hand up and over. Inhale and exhale, or you could just hold it. And you're going to feel a lovely opening across your ribs. Keep moving with that breath. Keeping your toes pointed forward in that top leg. Ready, keeping your hand on your hip. Or you could hold on to your soft ball or keep your hand in line. With your bottom hand, you're just going to lift that leg up and back, that right foot. Raising up on an exhale and back again. You can see here I'm maintaining my pelvis. I'm keeping it lovely and stable. And everything we do through our core, our center, our powerhouse. Now transitioning forward with that right foot into your lunge, into your low lunge. So you're going to drop into your left hip. You can see you're kind of taking it at an angle across the mat. Now stretch those hands up overhead. Keep your shoulders down in your pockets. And as you exhale, you're sitting back towards your left foot. Extending straight into your right leg. Keep that going, dropping forward. And sitting back. Exhale, use your right foot to grip the ground as you drop into your left hip. And then pressing the ground away with your right foot sitting back towards your left foot. Again, you can hold on to a wall, a chair, anything just to help you balance. And if you're happy here, You could take your hands on your hips even, or on the ground. Use a couple of blocks, or I find the softball is really helpful. But ultimately, if you're showing up, you're doing the thing, that's great. You don't need all that equipment. Okay, let's finish off there, and you're going to take your hands to the inside of that right leg, twisting into your right knee, raise your right hand up, inhale, and exhale to take it back. Just rep out for a couple repetitions, just stretching up in your inhale, stacking your shoulders and exhaling to take that back. Well done. Let's transition here. We're going to move into like our mini low warrior posture, whatever you want to call it. Take your left shin behind you. And now you can see my hips go from square to taking my left hip out behind me, taking my pelvis facing the short end of the mat. And you can see there the right knee will want to fall in, so you keep it in line with your big toe. Keep going. I'm just changing position here so you can actually see what we're doing. So you can see there you're just dropping into your left hip, and you can add your arms by your side if you'd like, or just keep holding onto your hips. But this is such a lovely stretch. Drop until you feel that stretch, just maintaining your hips nice and stable. And then exhaling to squeeze your legs and press away. Finish off last one. You did it. Well done. Okay, we're going to transition into child's posture. And then transitioning forward, tuck your pelvis forward. We're going to do push-ups into child's posture. So forward like you're going into that chaturanga with your shoulders in line with your wrists and your hips past your knees. Push up and press away. Sitting back. Now we're going to add our right leg. Extend as you drop your chest. Bring your knee back and sit back. Opposite leg, go left leg, extend. Keep alternating. We go 4. We go 3. And you can do this without your legs, by the way. Finish off there. You're going to take your knees out wide, big toes together, and just sitting back. Well done pressing the ground away, just stretching your hands up overhead, inhale. Go ahead, drop your right hand, and you're going to stretch your left hand to the side. Lift your pelvis if that feels good. And then bring it back. You're going to switch sides. Over to your left hand, stretching your right hand over and lifting your pelvis if that feels good. I'm just going to show you to the side here. So dropping your left hand, reaching your right hand up and over, lifting your hips if that feels good. You can always keep your pelvis down. And then switch sides. You're going to reach with your left hand this time. And then sitting back. We're going to finish off there today. We'll do one more stretch. Just curl to tuck your toes under. I'm just showing you here at the side. Keep your feet together. And you're just making like a little seat. If this does not feel good, then you can just sit on your feet, that's fine, or on a block, or even on your softball. But we're going to do some pelvic work here, some pelvic floor work. So just tilting your pelvis forward and back, and you can see I'm sitting on my feet to do this. So you're keeping your rib cage nice and isolated, and isolating this movement to your pelvis, just curling to tuck your pubic bone forward and back a couple of times. Then we're going to transition to standing, so you can take one leg forward, raising your back knee, shortening the stance. Keep your gaze forward to the top of your mat, taking your hands in prayer to your chest, and standing up. Take your feet together and walk it out. Well done, everybody. You did great today. Well done for showing up, and I hope to see you again. Thank you. Goodbye.